Everyone has a toxic relative. They're nosy, they're politically incorrect, also factually incorrect, but you can't call them out to their face. For India, that relative is US President Donald Trump. He's really testing New Delhi's patience. First, he claimed credit for the ceasefire with Pakistan. You've lost count how many times. Now he's hinting at mediation. As you know, that's a strict no for India. New Delhi says all issues with Pakistan are bilateral. So the US suggestion is an affront. It favors Pakistan over India. And these provocations have been relentless. Every week, Trump name drops India and Pakistan. So tonight, we're taking a closer look. What has Trump been saying? Why is he doing this? And what's the impact here in India? Trump repeated his false claims yesterday as well. He says 5 jets were downed in Operation Sindoor. He also claims he ended the fighting.
India-Pakistan was probably going to end up in a nuclear war if they kept, they shut down 5 planes in the last attack, and it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I called them and I said, listen, no more trade. If you do this, you're not going to be good. But they're both powerful nuclear nations, and that would have happened, and who knows where that would have ended up. And I stopped it.
The voice is Trump's, but the words are Pakistan's. Because India has never said anything about 5 jets. We haven't put numbers to the losses, neither on our side nor on Pakistan's. So where did Trump hear this from? Most likely from Pakistan. Maybe during his lunch with Asim Munir last month, the Pakistani army chief. Some people would say this is classic Trump. Don't take him too seriously. He just wants the credit. But Trump is not stopping at the ceasefire. His officials are going further. Pakistan's foreign minister is visiting Washington on Friday. He will be meeting Secretary Marco Rubio. Yesterday, the State Department was asked about the agenda. Would the US mediate between India and Pakistan, especially on the Kashmir issue? Listen to the reply.
He, after stopping the war between India and Pakistan, he also offered to mediate on Kashmir. So I was just curious, what are your thoughts that, okay, direct communications on India-water security, but what about Kashmir and the
smile. And we have Pakistan, who's going to be here for a bilat, and I'll be participating in that, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
No confirmation or rejection. Couple this with Trump's comments in Saudi Arabia. He proposed hosting India and Pakistan for talks. In his last term, too, he offered to mediate. So there are 2 possibilities here. One, he doesn't know much about the India-Pakistan equation. After all, he called it a 1,000-year problem. So clearly his history is weak. He doesn't know that India rejects mediation. That is the first possibility. Or second, he doesn't care what India thinks. He just wants to play peacemaker. And frankly, I don't know which is worse, ignorance or affront. Either way, it stirred up a debate here in India. The opposition is demanding answers. They're asking questions about Trump's comments. They're also asking why Prime Minister Modi is silent.
Prime Minister, एक statement नहीं दे पा रहे हैं. ट्रंप ने कितनी बार बोला है? 25 बार बोला है. ट्रंप ने 25 बार बोला है कि मैंने सीज़फायर करवाया. ट्रंप कौन होता है सीज़फायर कराने का? उसका काम थोड़ी है. मगर प्रधानमंत्री ने एक बार जवाब नहीं दिया.
India's parliament is in session right now. The government has promised a discussion on Operation Sindoor. If it does happen, expect fireworks. Meanwhile, at the United Nations, there were fireworks. Pakistan is chairing the UN Security Council this month. They organized an open debate yesterday. A debate on what? Peaceful settlement of disputes. The United Nations Security Council did unanimously pass Pakistan's resolution, but the fireworks happened in between. Pakistani officials used the debate to target India. They compared Jammu and Kashmir to Gaza. And they raked up the Indus Waters Treaty. I guess anything goes at this point. The Indus Treaty is a bilateral agreement. It was signed by the governments of India and Pakistan. But now Islamabad is trying to globalize it, just like they're trying to globalize Kashmir. And at the United Nations Security Council, they found support. Turkey also raised Kashmir during the debate, and the US boasted about ending the India-Pakistan conflict. Then it was India's turn to respond. The Indian envoy let loose on Pakistan. He said it was a country steeped in terrorism.
The Indian subcontinent offers a stark contrast in terms of progress, prosperity, and development models. On the one hand, there is India, which is a mature democracy, a surging economy, and a pluralistic and inclusive society. At the other extreme is Pakistan, steeped in fanaticism and terrorism, and a serial borrower from the IMF.
Expect more of this because Pakistan has a 2-year term in the Security Council. They will be on the council until 2027. So India needs to sharpen its diplomatic tools. We need to be ready for such games of narratives. The question is, can we count Trump on our team? A few months back, we gave you some advice on evaluating Trump. We said, don't look at his words, look at his actions. In this case, I know his words are bad enough, but let's also look at his actions. Last month, Trump hosted Pakistan's army chief at the White House. He tried to invite Prime Minister Modi at the same time, but the Indian Prime Minister declined. Before that, Trump approved military aid for Islamabad, some $400 million to service their F-16 jets, the same F-16s that Pakistan used against India. And remember, the same Trump has cancelled $60 billion in foreign aid, but he kept the tap open for Pakistan. Then in April, Trump's family signed a crypto deal with Pakistan. After that, Pakistan has gone all in on crypto. So it's not just his words. His actions are also pro-Pakistan. In between, we saw one flicker of hope. The US State Department designated the Resistance Front. That's the group behind the Pahalgam attack. They designated it as a terror group, as India has been calling for. It's a positive, but it's not enough. As things stand, Donald Trump is certainly softer on Pakistan than India, and we'll have to see if others in Washington feel the same. India has enjoyed bipartisan support recently. If that also changes, alarm bells should ring, if they haven't already.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
At $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Kali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上の
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.